Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So I am falling behind this season in regards to catching up with all things Eurovision. It is really difficult with a full-time job and having this channel to try and keep abreast of everything. But it just so happens that I had today down to check out Poland this evening, and then it's almost like the Eurovision gods kind of saw that coming because I think I'm one of the last people on YouTube to check out the songs from Poland. But today, my understanding is, I really hope this is true because, yeah, my ability to check online and try and translate Polish would suggest that I'm 50-50 whether this is true. But it looks like we might have a wild card. It looks like we might have an additional song that we didn't know we had that today has been finally announced. So therefore, my understanding is we have 11 songs. So we have 11 songs competing for Poland this year to represent Poland in Eurovision 2025. So if you're new to my channel, it's always good to do a disclaimer. So people who have followed my channel for a while know my ethnic heritage. I am British and part Polish. So yes, I have a vested interest in Poland. I have a vested interest in Poland at Eurovision. And I do my absolute best to try and make sure my bias, i.e. my ethnic heritage, doesn't cloud my judgment. I don't think it clouded my judgment last year. I really did like Luna the Tower. I really thought that that was a decent song. And I would like to think it wasn't my bias or, like I said, my cultural ethnic heritage coming into play. So enough of that. Let's check out the 11 songs that are competing this year in Poland's national final to represent Poland in Switzerland in May. Right, song one, we have Chrust, interesting name, with the song Tempo. So we have a more experimental sound, which done right at Eurovision can be the right recipe for success. Okay, this one's quite interesting. I'm trying to work out, it is experimental, it is edgy, it is arty. Is it too arty to alienate at Eurovision? And as I pose that question, we get an element of this song that is very palatable at Eurovision. Okay. I mean, this would be a complete different approach to Eurovision for Poland based on their recent entries. I'm just trying to work out for my personal taste, is it a song that I would listen to? Visually, I'm intrigued, of course. Artsy experimental songs, as I said. Oh no, that surely isn't the end. Is it? It is. Artsy experimental can be successful at Eurovision, but I always find that there's always, with artsy experimental, a melody that sticks in people's minds. So when it comes to the recap, other than the visuals, there's something else to draw them to pick up the phone. Look, Poland went for Luna last year, which was very much a radio-friendly song, and it didn't play off for them, but I think that's probably part to do with the staging of the song and the choices there. This would be a risk. I'm trying to work out whether it's a risk worth taking. Right, okay, cool. So again, when I do my ranking, there are my personal tastes, not what I think Poland should do, and moreover, not what I think Poland will do. Aesthetically intrigued, so I'm going to give that one a 7.3. It's not naturally a song that I would gravitate towards, but it's not completely, or it hasn't completely alienated me. I am interested in that song, and there's enough in that song that kept me going for the 2 minutes and 35 seconds of that song. So there's 25 more seconds to play with. Okay. So now we move to Daria. So obviously I'm not going to patronise people from Poland or Eurovision fans to say obviously why we know Daria. We know Daria because of her previous attempt to represent Poland with the song Paranoia, which was just a female bop on acid. Like, it was super, super infectious. But interestingly, for Eurovision fans, what we quite like about these national finals is that we then get introduced to artists and their music. And so one song that I cannot stop listening to for the last year is Daria's song Low Key. It is unbelievably infectious. I think because I was listening to Paranoia so much last year or the year before, I can't remember. I was on holiday in Sicily, and then it just kept pushing me Daria songs. So like Never Ending Story and Low Key, both of them I was like, that is going straight on my playlist. When I saw that she was coming back, I was super excited. I think this is a ballad from what I've listened to. When they came out and when they were introduced, I could hear some of the songs in the background. So that'll be an interesting twist for what I'm used to for Daria. And I'm pretty sure there is either a Swedish or Swedish People songwriter behind this as well. So this is one of the latter ones that came out, right? So I was meaning to respond, react, review Poland songs weeks ago, but I was waiting for 2 songs to be released, and this was one of them, and it was the one that I was most excited about. Yeah, not sure. Like, when I could hear that it was a ballad, I was like, oh, okay, that shakes things up slightly. And so, I mean, what can we compare that to recently in regards to Eurovision? I guess Alicia Empires, like, that had immediacy. That on first listen, you're like, okay, I'm sitting up and listening. There was not really much in that song that kind of gravitated me towards it in a way where I, want to listen to it again. That's disappointing for me, and it is a shame because I can't profess to say I'm a Daria fan. I do follow her on social media. And like I said, I do have songs of hers outside of Paranoia that I listen to. I was expecting more. Okay, right, I'm going to give that one a 6 out of 10. Okay, so now we have Dominik. So I recognise his name. So I recognise his name due to the fact that he competed in the Polish pre-selection in 2023. Where did he come again? Was it third? So Blanka, Jan, Dominik. So we know he's an amazing live vocalist because he is a winner of The Voice, or a season of The Voice in Poland. I quite liked his song in 2023. I'm pretty sure it was my third. So let's see what he's got in 2025. So he signed with Universal, right? So he's got a big record label behind him. Okay, there's a decent melody on this chorus. Okay, this one has promise. Both in regards to Eurovision and to be a song that I would listen to. This is quite good. So I was wondering then, I was watching obviously this video and obviously the choreography, and choreography probably naturally wouldn't fit with this sort of feel of a song. But Diodato, what should have been Italy 2020 when he came back to do an interval act when it was in Turin, he did his slow ballad with dancers and interpreted dance, and it's just one of the most iconic things that have ever happened on a Eurovision stage. So I'm not against this idea of utilising dancers and using physical theatre effectively to elevate the song. And there's a decent melody on this chorus. This is my favourite so far. And we know he can sing live, so you don't have to worry about that. See, this could be a moment. It's a well-produced song, a decent melody on the chorus, sung really well. I love that key change there, or that key sequence. There's a part of when it begins the chorus, I want to sing another song. So one way ride, holding you up, running away from love and nobody but you. Austria. Yes, it's not that, but it's the beginning of that chorus that makes me think of that song. Okay, right. Easily my favourite so far. Okay, I'm going to give that one an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10. Okay, so we now have Janusz. So, don't know anything about Janusz. Did a little bit of Googling. Singer, actor, and musical theatre, apparently. So, Janusz with In Cosmic Mist. Isn't this the second one that I was waiting for? Pretty sure. There was 2 songs that took a while to come out. I think this is the second one. I mean, it's giving musical theatre already. Very theatrical. I am somewhat distracted by the very, very camp and cheesy visuals. But I think there is actually something in this song. Maybe if I look away. Some really nice elements in this song. I'm going to look away, I've decided. I didn't think I was going to like this song in the first 20 seconds, but it's alright. I don't know whether it's the right choice for Eurovision. It's an element of like keen. That seemed very quick. These songs aren't pushing the 3 minutes. I was expecting not to necessarily gel with that one in the first 20 seconds. It is a little, although it's more punchier than Keen. Only somewhere we know. Okay, I think that one's came out of nowhere. Bit of a surprise. Right, I'm gonna give that one a 7.4 in regards to my personal tastes. I don't know, there's something about that song. Like I said, if I look away and actually hear all the elements of the song rather than watching it, there's definitely enough going on in that song for me to be interested for sure. Okay, so it's now Justyna's turn. So this is Eurovision alumni, Eurovision royalty, representing Poland in 1995, was it? Yeah, I think for some people it deserved better in regards to her placing, but I know that she is a household name in Poland. So I know that there's definitely excitement around this song this year. I didn't listen to her song last year. Which was it? I never got round to it. It seemed like everyone on YouTube was reacting to it in the assumption that it was probably going to represent Poland, and it didn't. Luna represented Poland, and for some strange reason, I never really went and checked what alternatives were because I was really happy with Luna's song. So I didn't feel the need to do it. I think I listened to like a snippet of it, and I was like, oh, okay, fine. So we've got a new song. And we have got someone who's utilising the whole 3 minutes. This is the revamp rate. I hope it is. So I think I remember someone saying to me, hold off, she's going to revamp it before you listen to it. So this song's been around for a few months, I believe. No different to Daria Paranoia. That was out for like 6 months, right? Before the national final. I'm excited. There's definitely room, there's definitely scope for a decent song to pull through at the moment. Dominik being my number one. It's a fairly decent beat on this, is it post-chorus or chorus? I haven't worked that one out yet. Okay, melody-wise, it's not as immediate as I had hoped. It's a well-produced song, and you can hear the potential for this to be elevated on stage for sure. It's this bass beat now. Bum 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 bum. I did, like I said, watch a snippet of last year with her song. Was it Witch? Girl has presence when she just gives it all. So I'm expecting the same with this one. Is there any live performances of this one yet? I didn't look on YouTube. Because I think that's why a lot of people were excited about Witch last year, is because it was a performance of the song that for some people just loved. So we know that she can perform, but I don't want to patronise her. Like I said, she's a household name in Poland. Okay, now I'm intrigued. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, right, so I'm going to be honest in the sense of, if we're thinking about Eurovision, I can see the potential with that song because I can already hear the potential in regards to that being staged and sold live with aesthetics, etc., etc. And like I said, if I think back to that video or part of the video that I watched last year in regards to a song which, if that kind of energy and that kind of aura and feeling is replicated with this song, it's going to win people over aesthetically. Song-wise, do I want to add this onto a playlist now? I'm gonna be honest and say no. I feel that one, the production on that one, don't get me wrong, the production on that one is class, the production on that one is expensive, the production of that one is clearly done in a way where they already know that they have produced a production to stage this song. But to listen to it alone without any visuals, I'm not sure at this moment in time, I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to give that one a 7.5. I was expecting something a bit more immediate. I was expecting a bit more of an obvious melody, but it's definitely a song that relies on a very well-produced production. Well-produced production? Yeah, I'm sure that makes sense. Yeah, for me anyway. Right, okay, now we have Kuba, another 2023 Polish pre-selection alumni. Didn't fall in love with that song. Enjoyed the performance. Definitely a song that was elevated live. I know he's done a duet with Sarah James. When I fell in love with Sarah James, I kind of went and had a look at kind of the music that she released and was releasing. And he's got a duet with her. So this is Pray. Right, this is better. I wasn't sure then with the Pray moment earlier. Okay, this is a song that builds. So this is the chorus, I'm assuming. This bit is much more better with the upbeat production behind it. Okay. Starting to be won over a little bit with this one. Okay, this is much better than I thought it was. I've had that with a few of these songs where it starts off, I'm not sure. And then by the time it ends, I'm like, oh, okay. It's a nice song. Like, I'm not sitting here excited or wowed by it. I don't think it's Eurovision competitive. I'm not going to download it. But was it a pleasant listen? 2 minutes and 45. Seems to be a common theme with these songs. So I'm going to give that one... I'm going to give that one a 7.4. I'm going to give that one a 7.4. Right. So now we have Marien. Can't Hide. Right, it is. Gosh, she's signed by Warner. Same record label as Maybe Blanca. She's Warner. People are going to have to help me out with Marien. I couldn't really find much online about Marien, whether this is her first single, i.e. Warner are launching her with this song. If they are, doesn't really have much impact, that one. Yeah, I already don't remember it. I'm going to give that one a 5.8. Yeah, that's my least favourite so far. Okay. Sonia. Rumours. Yeah, this has a bit more spunk about it. okay. This has potential to tag along to an earworm. I mean, it's not wow, but I'm interested. Yeah, this one's alright. Yeah, it's catchy. It's earworm-esque. Yeah, I like this one. Rumours. It's harmless. It's poppy. With an infectious melody. To a point. I'm not going to say overly infectious, but certainly a melody that you can remember. These songs do not want to hit 3 minutes. Okay, I'm going to give that one a 7.7. It's not revolutionary, it's not spellbinding, it's got a nice little melody on that chorus that is infectious to a point, and I enjoyed those 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Yeah, it's a nice little pop track. It's inoffensive. It's not Eurovision winner in any stretch of the imagination, but I enjoyed it. Right, okay, so now we have, how would you say that? Swada and Niczos? Don't know. But anyway, Swada, by all accounts, is a music producer who's Colombian or part Colombian. Lusterka. I'm looking for a song that gives me the wow factor, and I don't think I've had it yet. Like I said, bias, I want Poland to compete. I'm not sure if I've heard a competitive Eurovision song yet. This one's interesting. This one's very interesting. See, like, there's so many songs in this national final that are just there. So much so that I'm drawn towards a song like this that is not my taste. But I'm very interested. I even may controversially say that this might be my favourite so far. And this disco beat, can you call it disco beat? I don't care. Whatever this beat is right now, I'm enjoying. It's waking me up. Like, there was a moment I was like, I am very tired. 2 minutes and 30. Again, what's going on in Poland's national final? They do not want to use those 3 minutes. I really, really enjoyed that. I would go as far as to say, look, Dominik is more a kind of I will listen to on a daily basis. Enjoyed it. It's got a really decent melody. It's a really nice sounding song. And out of all of the songs so far, that's the only one I was like, do you know what? I'll add that to my national final playlist. There is something about that one. Right, I'm going to give that one an 8.1. And the reason why I've just edged it slightly to Dominik, it's personal tastes, but also thinking about Eurovision as well. I think, like I said, Poland played it safe last year with a radio-friendly song. Shake things up, take a risk. And this is risky. Oh, it says live performance. Okay, that's what happens. Okay, that's what happens when you don't read. It is live. Frickin' read. Okay, already the fact that we have a live performance on YouTube, fascinated. Right, 8.1, easily my favourite so far. Easily the one that I'm advocating for Poland to pick. Like, yeah. Okay, Tynsky. I'm worried we're going to go back to just nice. Okay, a bit more of a cheesier melody than, let's say, Kuba, for example. Yeah, this is more Melody Festivalen than Kuba. But I don't think anyone's going to buy this if Poland sends it. I mean, I don't profess to be an expert in Polish music or Polish music scene, but I would be very surprised if this selection of songs represents the Polish music scene. Hope I'm not speaking out of turn there. Yeah, this is very Scandinavian. Very Melody Festivalen. And this would not pass the semi-final in Sweden. It's a nice song. There are so many nice songs in this national final. Okay. Right, well, I'm going to be honest. It's difficult. I can't give it more than Kuba. There was more going on with Kuba. It sounded a bit more fresh and current. So I'm going to give it a 6.9. A 6.9. So I think this is the wild card. This is Teo. So my understanding was he did audition. It's not dodgy. The Polish national TV channel isn't doing anything dodgy, is my understanding. There were just question marks over his citizenship, right? Which all questions have now been answered. So he's now been given the green light. So he's the 11th person. Listen, there is potential to be my favourite, definitely so far. So I'm holding out hope. If it is really good, then I may call foul play and I may say maybe something dodgy did happen. But it seems, from my best to translate Polish, it would seem he was legit the whole way and they couldn't put him through because of question marks over his citizenship. Because, he's part Polish, part Norwegian, is it? Anyway, Immortal. I'm rooting for this song. I want to end on a high. Okay. Why do I feel this is going to be very good? If it wasn't good, they wouldn't have bothered adding him at the end. It's interesting because there is that kind of obviously pop-esque, that obviously what I'm attracted to, but there's almost this kind of like Radiohead creep-esque to the melody and feel of the song as well, to potentially draw in the cool kids. I kind of suspected that there must be something decent with this song because you just wouldn't bother to add an 11th so late in the game, even though maybe it's to do with fairness, I don't know, but it sounds really promising with what we have, because there is a lot of okay songs. It's that chord sequence there that makes me think Radiohead creep. This is a good song because of the multiple demographics that would potentially draw and navigate towards this song. This is quite good. And just imagine the lights, this moment now. I just don't think this song pigeonholes a particular demographic or voter. This is a very, very interesting song in a good way. Right. I'm not going to say my score now. Right, let's work out my faves. Okay, so in my 11th place, I have Marien. That song is quite surprising because obviously at the end of that music video it said it was Warner. Again, same record label as Blanca, but I didn't feel the money behind that one. And like I said, I don't know this artist. Is this a song that launches this artist? If it is, the song is unbelievably uneventful for me. There's really nothing going on in that song that even makes me kind of remember anything about it. Number 10, which breaks my heart, Daria. I'm sorry, Daria. Like, out of all of these ones, this was the one I was most excited to listen to. I knew it was a ballad going into this, but I kept an open mind. I don't remember the song, which is surprising because I'm pretty sure one of, if not more than one of, the songwriters is Swedish. And the Swedes can write a hook, can write a melody. I can't remember the song. Love you as an artist. We'll continue loving you as an artist. We'll continue respecting you as an artist that is not signed by a record label. But yeah, it is what it is. Ninth is Tynsky. I mean, I don't know if it was written by Swedes, but it sounded very much Melody Festivalen, but a Melody Festivalen song that just would not pass the semi-final in Sweden either. It had a decent melody on it, but there's just nothing in that song that I think is worthy of anyone picking up the phone for, in my opinion. I don't know who that's aimed for, because, yeah, that didn't have any impact on me. Number 8 is Kuba. That was okay. It built. I was skeptical the first 20 seconds. It's a decent song. It's just not Eurovision competitive from the sound of the song. And it's interesting because he's clearly a talented dude. You know, like I said, in 2023, I didn't mind the song. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh, this song is much better. Watching it, maybe it will shine a light on stage. But I'm still waiting for him to come to a Polish national final pre-selection with a decent song. Okay, in 7th place is Janusz. I really do think if anyone's watched the video and then just switched off or tuned out or kind of written the song off, don't look at the video and listen to the song. That is a well-produced song. There's a lot going on in that song. And there are elements in that song that I really, really like and really, really appreciate. And if he comes from a musical theatre background, you know he will be able to sing it live and perform it. Just hopefully it's not too cheesy on stage. But I appreciated that one. My top 7 are songs that I appreciated, for sure. 6 is Chrust. I do think it's worth repeating that, again, Poland played it safe with Luna last year, and there is something interesting about Chrust. It's not my kind of taste. There wasn't enough in it that would make me want to download it and listen to it, but certainly aesthetically watching it, I was interested and intrigued, and as a result, I see the potential with this one live on stage in regards to pulling out the sound and feels of that song and then obviously translating that to the visuals. And we can kind of get a hint of that in regards to the music video. But with a lot of very average, okay-y, backgroundy songs, that one stands out. Number 5 for me is Justyna. Like, I see the potential of this song only in the fact of its staging. Again, it bears repeating. The sound of this song sounds within the same remit of the 22nd of Witch that I listened to last season. And I remember seeing that video and seeing her perform it and thinking, yeah, definitely I can see why you'd be won in and sold in regards to the song because of the performance. This is a performance song. And at the end of the day, I didn't get a performance music video. I got a lyric video. I'm just going on the song that I'm hearing, and there isn't enough in that song, in my opinion, for me to download. I think it's quite interesting that's a lot of YouTubers obviously have come out for this song. I don't know whether it's because she's a famous name, whether this song is more louder in regards to more in your face than other songs, but I'm going on just first listen, studio listen. I didn't hear anything in the song itself that made me think it was a safe qualifier, Eurovision competitive, but I can hear that the production is expensive. I can hear that the song has been produced to perform. So I'm just going to have to hold judgment on this one and wait to be probably evidently and positively mind changed when I see this live. It's Justyna. She's a seasoned artist. Like, that's what she does day in, day out, right? So for me, there's only room to improve. Number 4, and it probably is worth comparing it to number 5, is Sonia. It was more immediate. It was more immediate for me. It's not because I love a female bop, of course I do, but there was enough going on in that chorus, in the melody, there was enough going on in the production for me to not just write it off as I've heard this. I enjoyed the song. I would probably, my top 4 I would download. I would listen to them on my national final, my infamous national final playlist. Number 3, I think he was 3rd in 2023. It's Dominik. I don't think you should write that song off. It is a well-produced song. The dude can sing it live. There's a decent melody on that chorus. I'm loving the kind of physical theatre element within the music video that if that translated on stage, that could work really effectively. It's a good song. It's a good radio song, but then so was Luna. So again, let's just be clear with Luna. I still think the song was good. I think potentially maybe some people were alienated with the staging. But from the music video of Dominik, mind you, the music video of Luna, you would have thought that would be able to translate on stage effectively. Poland do like to take risks on stage and obviously visually at Eurovision. I think just replicate the music video with Dominik if this is successful. I haven't seen much in the Eurovision fandom, this name at all, so that surprises me. It seemed quite evident listening to that compared to the other ones that should be a song that people would talk about. Number 2 is Swada and Niczos. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to say. Is it her name? Is she the main singer? Niczos? That song came out of nowhere. It's not the sort of song and not the sort of sound that I would normally gravitate towards. But within this mix, it just stands out. And I just must admit, Chrust stands out, but that is only in my 6th. There's something about this song that's still Shane accessible. And I think it is that beat. There is the production of this song that definitely gravitates me in. And kudos for doing a live performance video on YouTube. I do think that song is a song that I can say if it goes to Eurovision and I was Polish, I'd be like, let's see what happens here. Because it's not an automatic non-qualifier. It's also not an automatic song where people would write it off either. There's something quite interesting here that you can work with. Like, it's not the fully realised package from what I can see. So I'm quite interested to see what can be complemented, like, visually with this song to bring what I perceive to be a decent song on the ear to the Eurovision stage to just, glow it up. My number 1 is Teo. So isn't that such a strange universe we live in? The fact that I pigeonholed today as I will react to Poland national final songs. And this is the day where Poland was like, oh, there's one more. Thank you very much. That works perfectly for my channel. That works perfectly for this video. I just think this song is it just, for me, again, being part Polish, bias kicks in. I want Poland to send a song that's Eurovision competitive. And I do genuinely feel my top 2 are the ones, and Justyna's my wild card. I need to see it live, and probably I'll see it live and probably fangirl and just be like, and love it. I just think this song is a very good song for the reasons that I said when I reacted to it. It appeals to multiple demographics. I really do think that. I would like to think pulls towards the pop lovers, but also, like I said, there is something kind of cool, grungy and edgy to it that will potentially get the cool kids to gravitate towards it as well. And I just think it has more impact. It hits so many different things to me. It sounds current, it sounds radio friendly, it sounds a chart successful song. Like, I can understand the potential with Swada and Niczos, but I don't know whether that would chart successfully everywhere. I don't know whether it would have mass appeal. Where this one is the one where I feel has the potential for more mass appeal. This is the one that I can see charting in different countries. I think this is the one. And I sound like, and this video is going to seem like a plant. It's going to seem fake. Like, it's ironic that this video comes out the day that Teo's song is released. It's almost like I knew. I did not know. I promise I'm not a plant. This is the song. This is the song for me. It's my favourite. This is the song that I like. This is the song that I think Poland should send. So, yes, I'm hoping people in Poland and Polish Eurovision fans alike are excited that this song got released today. Unless they had their hardcore favourites and they see this as a threat, as a challenge, and as a result, it potentially might be a dark day for them. That's on you, I guess. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I'll leave it there. Please let me know what you think. What's your thoughts on Poland's national final selection, the kind of breadth, depth, the quality, the quantity? Like, what's your feels? Who's your favourite? Who do you think should go to Poland? Who should go to Switzerland? Which ones of these do you think are Eurovision competitive? Do comment below. And if you are here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.